Hi guys, I have a unboxing video for you guys. I never do unboxing videos, at least not here on my scrapbooking channel, so I'm very excited to open up the Cutterpillar Crop, which is my brand new trimmer that I just bought. Now, if you've been scrapbooking for very long, you probably know that finding the perfect trimmer is kind of like the holy grail for scrapbookers. We all want a really good trimmer, and we all are frustrated with the limitations of all the trimmers out there. I know I have gone through probably 5 or 6 different trimmers. I think it was a couple of years ago that I bought, I'm going to show you the big sister of this little guy, so I'll go get him. So a couple of years ago, I bought this Cutterpillar Pro. I think this one is called version 3. I'm not entirely sure, but this is the Cutterpillar Pro. It is a really heavy-duty, awesome trimmer. It has this blade that always, it self-sharpens. Every time you use it, it gets sharper and sharper. It goes like that, it slides up and down, and every time you use it, it sharpens. This is a big, heavy trimmer, and you guys might see me pull it out every once in a while, but I do use it a lot around my scrap room. It doesn't make its way into process videos because it's so big and I'd have to put it on top of things or move everything out of the way in order to get it, and that's just not conducive to my process. So this trimmer has a home in my scrapbook room and it stays there, and I do cutting for cards and for things that have to be a certain length and that sort of thing, or bulk jobs. I'll use it. Every once in a while you see me pull it over if I have a lot of trimming to do for a project, and you might see me use it, but typically this one doesn't make it on screen. That doesn't mean I don't love it. I really do love it. It has probably the best cut and the most precise cut of all. But because I need a trimmer that I can pull up, a lightweight trimmer that I can hold with one hand, and I keep it on the floor underneath of me, and then I just pull it up, put it here, and do my trimming. I have this Fiskars one that I use. Now, I don't love this Fiskars one. It doesn't cut all that straight, and I almost never replace the blade, which means that it's not the greatest cut in the world. It is very light, and it does the job, but on the Mercy Tiara's 27-day challenge Facebook group, we were talking about things that you have that you love, and somebody mentioned the Cutterpillar Crop and posted a picture of it, and I said, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that existed. I need one. So one thing led to another, and here I have it. That was only just a couple of days ago, and I can't believe how quickly Simon Says Stamp sent this to me. Anyhow, so you open the box. It comes in a really nice box. So does the Cutterpillar Pro. The Cutterpillar Pro comes in a similar box that has a handle, so you could actually put that, like, pack it away and bring it with you to a crop, although it is quite big. I don't know where you'd put it at a crop, but this one, on the other hand, is perfect for bringing to a crop, so I think I will keep this box and maybe bring this to a crop. Now, the first thing that I'm noticing as I lift this out of the beautiful box that it comes in is that it's very light. It's quite a lot lighter than the other one. Not as light as my Fiskars one, but it is definitely, I can lift it with one hand. 2 pounds, 9.8 ounces, so it's just over 2.5 pounds. And it's made out of a plastic as opposed to the big one is made out of metal, but I think it's some type of super duper plastic that doesn't warp or change its shape. What do they call it? It is made out of, I think it's called ABS or something. Anyhow, I read about it before I ordered it. I just don't remember the terminology for what that kind of plastic is called. But, so it does take some batteries to light up this light strip, which I will have to go find some batteries and show you how that works. What I love about this, oh, I really like it. It's very light, as I mentioned. It works exactly the same as the big one. So it's got this blade on a carriage, and it's very important that you don't lift up. It's very tempting because this seems like a handle, but it's important that you don't lift the device by this handle. Always lift it by the base of the unit because it can go out of alignment if you are too rough with this part. But it is pretty sturdy. It has this swing out ruler that goes all the way to 17 inches, and so definitely big enough for a 12 by 12 piece of paper. So let's cut the manufacturer strip off of this one. And I'm not using the light because I haven't put the batteries in it yet, but even without using the light, just lining it up with my eyeballs, get a pretty good cut. What I love about this trimmer is that it can trim such tiny amounts of paper, such tiny bits of paper that it actually curls it. And that's not, it can go even smaller than that. It gives a nice crisp edge. It can take a very thin sliver of paper off of the edge of it. If you misjudged or cut it wrong, you can easily fix it up. This my bigger one, my Cutterpillar Pro, is the trimmer that I always go to if I'm making a card and one end dangles out over the other and I just need to take a little smidgen off of one side of the card. It's perfect for that because you can just really take off a millimeter or even less than a millimeter of paper. So I am going to go and get some batteries, and I will come back and show you how it looks with the light and explain how the light works and what it's used for. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm here with my Cutterpillar crop, and I just put the batteries inside of it, and they just go in very easily right here, like that. And then you turn it on, and these lights turn on, which you probably can't see. There they go. This strip of lights turn on. And the idea behind this is that the lights shine up and through the paper, and you can see a definite edge where this middle edge is, and that is where your line will be, so that you can tell exactly where you're going to cut. Now the problem that I have with my video lights is that my video lights shine from down here, and this bar casts a shadow so that I can't actually see where that line is. So I'm just going to turn this off. And now that that's off, I can see exactly where this is going to cut because I can just see the line shining up. You can cut both directions with this, so you could go like this and then like that. You do have to hold it down with your hand, so you can't go like that or the paper will buckle up a little bit right here. You have to hold it like right at the beginning, like that. So like any trimmer, it has its pros and cons. Some people don't like that you have to hold it down with your hand. Some other trimmers have, like this one, has something that, like this piece of plastic here, holds the paper down so you don't have to do that. And with this trimmer, you can see from above, you can see on the paper exactly where you're going to trim. So it is different. It does take some getting used to, but I really love this trimmer. Really, really love it. I love that there's a small version of my favorite trimmer now, because it means that I can keep this right where I keep my Fiskars one, right down here under my table, and I can just pull it up and use it when I need it. So that's what I'm the most excited about, is that it is so portable and small and easy. So because I don't think that you can see what I'm talking about by the light shining through, I'm going to turn off my lights altogether, because the lights in this room, even when I don't have my video lights on, which is right now, this is with my video lights on, this is with my video lights off, still very bright fluorescent lights. So I'm going to turn it off. And then you can see how, see this line right here, this very dark line, that is where it's going to cut. Just like that. All right, so my Fab Find Friday is the Cutterpillar crop, which has lots of great features. It's lightweight, it's smaller, it has the self-sharpening, ever-sharp rotating blade. So it is a rotary cutter, which is the sharpest kind of which gives the most precise cutting. It has a safety feature so that you can't cut yourself. It has a kind of like a piece of plastic up here that keeps the blade from getting anywhere near your hands. Yeah, and it has this pull-out arm, which this Fiskars one does not have. This Fiskars one does not have an arm. Some of them do, but this is the Fiskars desktop. And one thing that I absolutely hate about this is that it doesn't have an arm. So if you want to cut anything greater than anything that is between 8 and 12 inches, you have to do math, which who likes that? So thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a really great scrappy week. If you're looking for a portable trimmer and you're willing to try a slightly different approach to cutting with a different style, check out the Cutterpillar crop because I think it's going to be awesome. This is just kind of like a first impressions video. I haven't had a chance to work with it too much, so maybe I'll do an update after I've had it for a little while. Thanks so much for watching and have a really great scrappy week.